Volume 9 is happening sometime in the future. Like, I'm not entirely sure when it's gonna... So even though I don't actually know when Volume 9 is going to be released, I couldn't help but get the RWBY itch inside of me again. And with that itch, I got the craving to make another bingo board. So last year, my bingo board sort of fell apart. If you've seen any of my reviews for Volume 8, you know the second half of it really ended up disappointing me. And that disappointment sort of took the wind out of my sails when it came to keeping up with my bingo board. Well, that's gonna change this year. I'm bringing the bingo board back, and I'm gonna change up how I want to review the chapters for Volume 9 this year too. So I'll be keeping up with updating my bingo board a lot better this time around. Anyways, I'm doing things a little differently this year. This year, I'm really splitting it into two different categories. The things I want to happen, and the things I expect to happen. These things might end up contradicting each other, but I wanted to jazz up my bingo board a little bit by going to more extremes with what I'm putting on it. So let's dive in. Some of these choices might be a bit extreme or outlandish, but this is just my blind hopes for the volume. I wish these things will happen, but I don't really expect them to. If you watched my Neo redesign, you know I've already touched on this topic. Basically, there's versions of the girls' current designs that have some of their winter weather layers taken off. I'm not expecting whole new outfits for all of our characters, but a warm weather variant would be fun to see, both for the kids on the beach and the kids who've been jettisoned to Vacuo. If the Aesops are going to be sticking around, I hope they ditch the uniforms. Give them some more casual designs to play around with their fashion styles and color palettes a lot more. Now, this hinges on the idea that we'll even be seeing Team Sun in Vacuo. I personally do expect to see them, and it is high time these boys got some new duds. Sun especially. He's still waltzing around in his Volume 1 outfit. Literally, every single other character who was introduced in the Beacon days has gotten new outfits, except for Sun. Please, jazz it up, please. Similar to Team Sun, this is implying that we'll actually get to see Team Coffee. Once again, I do personally expect to see them there, and just like Team Sun, I would love to see new outfits for Team Coffee too. Weiss has been playing a minor role for the last 5 years now. I would love it if we got another Weiss-driven story, or at least give her something more to strive for other than, oh, my family isn't great. Come on, there can be so much more to Weiss than that. She's like the best character, don't let her fall into the background. It's a little sad when one of my hopes for the volume is the main character gets development. Anyways, yeah, I would love it if we saw RWBY develop more this volume. Be more than just driven, confident, boring. That conversation about Summer was a fun glimpse of seeing RWBY express herself in a way that isn't just boring general positivity. I would love it if we got to see more of this, and have RWBY really develop from it. Let's see her change a point of view of hers. Let's see her struggle with something. Let's see her face a conflict and maybe even lose. I really want this to be a RWBY-centered volume all the way through. Do Bumblebee. We can't keep pussyfooting around with this, oh, well, maybe they're not actually in love, maybe they're just friends. It's so obvious that's what they're hinting at. With all the closeness, the blushes, the holding, and the fact that they clearly care way more about each other than any of the other characters. Just do it. Stop being cowards, RT, and confirm their relationship. Jesus. I hate Neo. I think she sucks. I think she's boring and bland and a waste of screen time. She literally only exists for fan service purposes. I don't care about, oh, well, maybe she'll betray Cinder. I really just don't fucking care. I hope she dies. She's bland. She's lost all of the fun aspects of her personality, what little personality she ever even had. And even her combat has become super lame. She's a waste of screen time. She's a caricature at best and contrived fan service at worst. Get rid of her. What a bore. Now, I know I mentioned the Aesops getting new outfits, but in a perfect world, they won't be sticking around long enough for that. The Aesops and Robin only annoy me. They bloat the cast unnecessarily, and I hate all of their personalities. I really hope Crow just ditches them as soon as possible. Just show us the Summer Maiden. Please, I don't even care who it is, just introduce the maiden to us. No red herrings, no tricks, just introduce the Summer Maiden to us. I think it would be really cool if RWBY got to meet another Silver-Eyed Warrior, or if any of the cast got to meet more Silver-Eyed Warriors. Maybe someone with a more positive outlook of the fact that they can laser beam Grimm with their eyeballs. Also, now that we know Salem can turn Silver-Eyed Warriors into Grimm, if we were introduced to a character and got to fall in love with them, then Salem turned them into the Hound 2.0, that would be pretty crazy, huh? And I can hear you all now, what about Maria? Well, RT has made it pretty clear they don't care about Maria or Pietro at all anymore, since they literally vanished after episode 4 of Volume 8 without even a mention from the rest of the cast. But also, Maria's eyes don't work anymore. I want a young, hip, silver-eyed warrior, someone to be RWBY's equal and opposite. Make this a Nora volume. You keep shafting her screen time. Volume 7, she got to finally speak up a lot, but in terms of, like, real plot threads, she didn't really do anything. Volume 8 hinted at her getting a bigger role, but then she spent 90% of it unconscious in the Schnee manor. Make this a Nora volume. Make Nora important. Let her develop alongside the main plot. Please, it's been 9 years. Just give the girl some real screen time. Now, these are things I don't necessarily want to happen, however, these are the things I most expect RT to actually do with Volume 9, whether I like it or not. I expect Nia will be the next Emerald. The rabid fans keep crying and screaming about Neo joining the heroes. I expect RT to cave and do the same shit they did with everyone's last favorite waifu. I expect Weiss to have little to no response to Winter becoming the Winter Maiden. I don't expect her to talk about it, I don't think she'll be worrying about it, I don't even expect her to worry about any of her family beyond maybe one throwaway line. I just expect her to quietly ignore what's happened to her family. All of the power of creation at your fingertips. What will Salem do? I don't know, but it'll probably be boring. Create more fires. Woo, how creative. Good use of an all-powerful genie, yawn. Yeah, I'm expecting something like lots of fires, or making more Grimm, even though she can already do that. Or, worst of all, she won't even use Ambrosius for anything. He'll just be sitting there. Wasted potential. While I expect Team Sun and Coffee to come back and be prominent in this volume, I don't expect everyone will actually get to do anything. I think it'll be the same old faces. Sun, Neptune, Coco, and Velvet. Yatsuhashi, Fox, Sage, and Scarlet will be quietly shuffled into the background, and might as well not even exist. Man, it really would have been more convenient if Sun, Neptune, Velvet, and Coco were on one team, rather than dragging around their background nobodies with them. Canvas. They would be called canvas. Like a painter's canvas? I'm getting sidetracked. RWBY loves introducing new characters. I expect at least 3 new characters this volume. This includes any character who's book exclusive right now, because since they're not actually in the show yet, they would be considered new in terms of the show proper. So yeah, I'm guessing at least 3. I expect the Relic of Destruction to be talked about, but what it does and how it works will not be explained at all. Preferably, there will be a good story reason why it won't get explained, but with Ozpin sitting right there all the time, it feels like it's gonna be a bit of a long shot. I'm calling them Team Honor, just for clarification. I think they're gonna be stuck with a lot of filler, similar to their odd jobs for Atlas in Volume 7. Go kill desert crabs, go fight some Grimm, go help with the sand dunes or whatever. I think a lot of their screen time is going to be wasted on doing pointless stuff that can be loosely equated to them training. I think the writers are going to try to backpedal a little bit on Emerald's redemption. So now, despite the fact the heroes were all laughing and being best buddies with Emerald all during their escape to Vacuo, suddenly we'll go back to, oh, I'm not sure if I could trust you. Then Emerald will get her real redemption moment. I expect Winter to play a major starring role for the next volume, learning what all it takes to be a maiden and whatever, and I'm expecting her to be all weird about it, like overthinking it, basically. As if having super powerful magical abilities that she seemingly already knows how to use perfectly is gonna be a hard addition on her current lifestyle. Oh, this is such a big responsibility. I don't know if I was the right choice for this. Like, bitch, did you not come to terms with this when you thought you were gonna get the powers from Freya? Get them off screen as fast as possible. What do we do with an entire kingdom's worth of civilians? I don't know, shuffle them out of frame? There's no way RT is going to want to render all of these models for every scene for too long. I expect Team Honor to very quickly find Shade Academy, and the Atlas fugitives will be taken care of right away. Wrap up that plot thread so we can instead quickly jump into whatever plot thread Vacuo is dealing with. So, Jean fell too. That's an oddly specific extra element for the show, right? There has to be a specific writing reason why Jean is at the Yggdrasil tree with Team RWBY and Neo. The writers have already said that Volume 9 was done being written while they were working on Volume 8. So there's going to be a specific story reason as to why Jean had to fall with the girls. And I'm betting he's going to play a major role in whatever's going to happen to Neo. Whether it's him being the one to kill her, or he's the one to convince her to join the good guys, I don't know. But Neo's character is going to hinge on Jean being the catalyst for her. I guarantee it. I expect Team Coffee and or Team Sun will basically end up stealing the show. They're a bunch of fan favorites, and people have been asking about them for years now. They have their own book spin-off series, and I think they're going to end up basically taking over the show. Or at least, like, being very active and getting a lot of screen time. And that's it. All my hopes / expectations for Volume 9. Except, psych, we're not done yet. What's that? That was all 24 slots for a bingo board? Silly little goose muffin, I'm introducing bonus points. Yeah, there's gonna be a scoring system this time. If a box happens, that's 5 points. Bingo is 20 points, and if these certain small, not important qualifiers are met, that'll be 1 point, or a bonus point. Shirtless Jean! Gimme them Jean abs! More Klein personalities! After watching RWBY Chibi and getting to see Klein's other personalities, I really want to see Bashful or Dopey in RWBY proper. Velvet changes her hair. I'm specifically looking for a pixie cut or a bun, because I think those would look cute. I want Neo to legitimately trick me with her semblance. Like, fucking blow my mind, please. I would love to see that. The Summer Maiden is already a character we know of. If we don't need to bloat the cast more, don't bother. I want Cinder to get in trouble with Salem. I don't know what for, but I want Cinder and Salem to butt heads. Maybe even Cinder tries to use the staff behind Salem's back. I don't know, I just want them to be at odds with each other. I want Fox to wear sunglasses to match Coco's. Alright, and that's it. If you make a bingo board for the volume, go ahead and share them with me. Let's see how many points we can get this volume. I have a link in the description to both my bingo board and also a blank bingo board for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Shout out to my $10 patrons, you're all amazing. Nako, James Dodds, Cool Duck, Andrew, Ramiel, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classy Critic, Surge, Boulder Off Bros, Noah Perkins, Sunny Shy, Great Bar, Caleb Grimm, Pentamenta, Genital War Thunder, Carmen, Order, Jake, Soren, Storm, Amber, and Livid Aries. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. What do you think about the different things I expect / hope for? And I would love to hear all the things that you're expecting / hoping for. I don't know when Volume 9 is gonna happen. I expected it to be released around October, and I have a lot of, like, Halloween videos I want to do in October, so I wanted this to get done, and I'm just excited to see what Volume 9 is going to be about. And I would love to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Bye-bye.